That, ladies and gentlemen, is the start of the final race with Jimmy Sismo taking in qualifying the pole position. And with Dorner, we should probably have checked who exactly is who. We're going to try and figure out who this is. Okay, no, we're not going to suffer. But, well, baie goed om hierdie aan te sit. Francois back into second position. Let us just I wanted to take a look at the cars. We're going to have to look at them like this. Jonathan with third position. Leon, I thought he wasn't here, but he's back, baby. He got a disconnect in the first race. Unfortunately, this happens, especially after the update. But just look at this. Space Base out qualifying Hippie Chief in the only Ford. Oh, hier gaan probleme met olie op die baan wees. Sliver, 7th, Leica, not this time. But let's see what happens in this race. It's going to be a very long one, or a little bit of a long one, but we're here for all 20 laps. Let's see what happens and kick it off. 36 minutes, so not too long. Oh, let us not get a copyright strike. Hopefully we don't get one and this video isn't banned. I know it's a problem, but welcome back again, Dragon Trail Mountain, and this time we've got a few different cars. I don't think anybody was too happy about the Elantras, but we saw in my lobby, in the gr3 race as well, die Elantras. Hey, en kyk net, daar boeks het hom, en ons gaan sien hoe hierdie twee, die BMW was boosted, and it's much better than it was before this update. In another series we do, I drive this lovely BMW, and I just changed car into one of the cars that suffered with the update, which is the MG, but papa. Just look at Leica giving the Porsche a run for its money. Can you believe this? And that is what is good about bringing in new meta cars. If people don't like them, well, you're going to have to get used to using them. We may look at banning them. They're not paying our team to use them, but of course, this could explain why some of these names here, GTR for example, oh, he followed Mr. Victor's voorbeeld and used the GTR. It actually performed so well in the races we did Friday, of course dominating that race, but when we saw the results, it was a little bit interesting. Down in 10th position for the winner of our pool. And oh no, Leon! The problems of the Porsche are now here. This is an MR car, and whoa! Don't follow the example. Synchronized spinning. Unfortunately, those two drivers off on the pad up. And this Porsche has better be careful. Let's just see, it is RS tires. Oh, a very interesting strategy here. We're going to have to just run down the BMW starting on the soft tires. And then Hyundai of Books there on mediums. He's going to look to do much better in this race. And I do believe he will. These Hyundais are actually pretty decent. The Nissans also in Group 3. Not bad. I don't know what they did with the Group 4 cars, but they are suffering. And then the Ford, a fantastic race car in real life. I mean, this car was very good in its debut, and its anniversary race it basically did for Ford at Le Mans in real life. Now, I mean, in the Group 3 class, I think it was 2016 or 17, maybe it was 2018. But it came back and it beat the Ferraris, I think it was then the 488 GTEs, and well done Ford, you actually made a car that works. And it's also not, we spoke of in the very last video at the end, the Dodgers now being, what do they call them, six packs, and lovely cars, but not muscle cars, and this wasn't meant to be a muscle car. This is a racing car out and out, and we're going to see what it can do today. I think it's not too bad of a car. I actually used to like it at tracks like Daytona and Le Mans itself as well. This car is actually pretty decent. What we should do is run all of these cars without BOP, and we may be looking at that for the very final round at Watkins Glen, which is a track that fits nearly any type of car except for a modern F1 car, which luckily is not yet in the game. But it is a great track for racing Group 3 cars, Group 1 cars especially as well. The F3500s there, you know, I like the F3500s. But just look at this. Jimmy is enjoying this new BMW BOP, and he's pushing ahead. Of course, with our new sponsor as well, Ma Betsy. Hey, Mama. And you can see there on the wings of a car. And of course, our first sponsor, V24, we're going to speak about them for a bit. Already these Blixums are down below the 1 minute 40s. And that is what you should do. You should go all out, drive to the best of your abilities now. I know it's a little bit different and it's something to get used to, but the whole GR grind, unfortunately, once our team grew as it did, and we welcome our new members, man. I'm glad. We are not going to be recruiting too much. I don't want to expand whilst we still have guys developing, and while we still have a team in development. We want to at least be able to give everybody an equal opportunity and to give everybody the guidance that's needed. But fuck, die ouens kort nie meer guidance. Jy kyk nou die blikskottel. But also welcome Jimmy to the admin group. He is helping us with massive experience, and I do believe by the end of today, which is Monday, he could be a A-rated driver, our only one in the team. And oh, that's so cut. We've seen what we can do in the SAGT Polo Cup. We've seen what these guys are capable of in the individual lobbies. For example, joining Donovan Nichols. If you don't follow him, jy pakken beter begin wakker word, you know. Some dude, SA, of course, on Friday nights, you guys must check if he has an open lobby, if you want to race against some of the best drivers. Not just him, he's got a bloody team of Bliksemse vinnige drivers. Some of my old teammates, and not to say I was at their level at all. I am very happy to see how those guys have grown and where they are now, taking on the best in the world and having series, and I mean the development now. I'm just giving a big ups here to the SAGT esports team, and of course, moenie vergeet, there are also the SAGT Academy, which is going to be doing fantastic work and already does fantastic work. We have got a few members of AMG, and I appeal to you, as jy dit kan bekostig en jy die tyd en die dinge se die pasiënsie om weer 'n learner driver te wees, and I'm kidding. Those guys are professional. They're going to guide you very nicely and help you become a much better driver. Just with a few tips and stuff, of course. But how else do you learn? Vra die Springbokke, hulle moet fucking opverdone word, but it's the last time we mentioned them now in this stream. Leica, of course, also, I mean, how long has she had this game now? Well, has she actually been playing this game for? Of course, somebody else was using her account. We will not mention names. Where is that guy now? Oh, he's at tweede positie. Of course, he's also a fantastic driver. You guys know how fast this guy is, and he's driving this Nissan. Kyk, die tires is amper aan die brand, but they last about 6 laps here. Yeah, you can see a little bit more wear here on the BMW than the Nissan, which is a good thing. The Japanese cars should have a little bit of a say in their own nation's game. They should have something going for them, but yeah, at the moment it's the South Koreans or the Hyundai, but it doesn't seem like these Hyundais are actually doing too good in this race. Just look at this, 4 different manufacturers that I can't correctly now. Yes, BMW, Nissan, 4 Porsche, then a Hyundai, and these are fast drivers, ladies and gentlemen. They are not going to be taking this line down. What happened to this guy? I thought he was going to do spectacularly, but let him get used to this track as well. There is just up ahead. I'm not going to curse this. I'm not going to curse this. I'm not going to curse it. And he made it. Yeah, okay, I didn't curse it. But the death chicane on this track, especially, it takes a lot. You have to be very brave, and I think this track teaches you a lot about how to approach chicanes. This is one of the best known chicanes in sim racing, in Gran Turismo sim racing world, and that is why this track is also very important for your development as a driver. If you can drive fast here, you're going to be able to drive fast nearly anywhere. There are a lot of tracks with these chicanes. I see what do you call these? The American tracks usually also have chicanes, which is wat hulle dit hulle copy-paste van Europa af. But most tracks have famous corners and bus stop chicanes, for example, at Daytona, there at Spa. There's also some of the world's most famous chicane at the end there, Monaco chicanes. Every track is going to have chicanes except for the Daytona Oval, and of course, there are some other, even Monza. Hey man, did you know they also have left and right turns? It's very obvious, but I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to know how to approach the chicane, and that is what this track will teach you. And slivers actually moved up, and it's, what the more? I thought that was why did I think it was a Hyundai now from the back? I thought it was his car, but let us just know, these guys are just pros on their tires, and tire management as well. I think that's one of the stuff they teach you there at the SAGP Academy, and when to know. I think it's also down to your skill level, and when to change, and especially with a longer race like this now. So Jonathan is going to be going with a very interesting, I think he's going for a 2-stop, so it will be 6, maybe. You do need to use mediums in this race as well. Was hope I onthou. So I started with it, so I have a lighter fueler. That is usually, if you want to know the A to Z of my strategies, the hardest compound first. Depending on fuel as well, you need to be able to run your tank empty or as low as it can go. That is what I usually do, and then change to the softer compound, as it gives you a lighter car basically to work with, and a much better handling car. I mean, you get the grip, get more lightness. To me, I take the Lotus mantra. Maybe let's stop adding fucking Toyotas and stuff into the game. Not saying it's a bad Toyota, or Hyundais also, and get Lotus back involved here. There's one car especially, you want to know, one of my other favorite cars, except for the Dodge Viper, the BMW M5, that V10, which also still needs to get into this game, but Lotus Carlton, that is one of my favorite cars in the world. And especially from the 90s, that to me is like the ultimate sleeper, but it's got the looks as well. There's another car as well that, it's actually strange, it's not in here, but the Buick GNX, anybody know that? The Grand National, but the X model. So it's a turbo car. Well, before the Americans can't do it, I think it's a turbo V8 or turbo V6. I think it's a V8, but it's a deadly car. Do you guys also remember die old wel ek vra nou so, maar niemand blik sal antwoord nie, but there was also a Trans Am, turbo Trans Am. There used to be, yes, but that is a lumbering car. If you don't have a turbo on the car, it's a 4-speed car, but it was still a muscle car. And as we see, Ford het op sy eie bloody olie gegly daar. Oof, and you still need to go about 2 laps now. Great recovery coming off the grass there, and that is something that's also very new and very dangerous in the game now. recovering from a spin on the grass. The grass does not, we saw how this car was now spinning on the grass. I wonder how the dirt is actually the rally mode now. Whoa, and I was planning something so spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. You wouldn't have believed it. We're going to have to go and test that as well now. Whoa, you know. But a lot of nice things also next this Friday. I'm going to be implementing something new. And yeah, we spoke about some dude and his Friday night lobbies. Plap, I wonder which night I'm going to do it then. Well, we'll see. But I've got a plan for, well, most people do it, and I'm just going to do it in a different way. We're going to experience this game in a way, I think, if you really want to be driving realistically, this is going to be an example, and also put off that driver name. Can you do this for a whole race? We're going to have to be finding out with the new thing I've got planned. It's going to be a once-off event or a recurring event, but not serious at all. It's going to be more showing you something about this game that the VR players have been enjoying for far too long, for far too expensive of a piece of equipment. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing something like that at a track which is known for cars just cruising and chilling, and whilst these two are battling hard, let's see in front here what's going on. As we return to racing, it feels like I'm just having TED Talks. Jimmy has come in for the, yeah, he just came in, or was it 2 laps ago? So the tires are not lasting, but I do believe he started on racing soft, so he should be going till the end if the car's fuel will last. We hope it's mathematically possible, but simple racing. A little bit of strategy involved, but so we adapt, so we learn, like I do believe these races have shown us. Yes, I'm just looking at his best time there. Yeah, fantastic work with a heavy old BMW, which is now, well, it's much better than it used to be, but this car used to be so twitchy to me, and now it's just got, you know, it's so long anyway, so it should have of jou op 'n bliksemse leer sit en ry. It's so lank as die daarna sit dan, but maybe someday we'll get the M4, and I do believe it's on its way, especially with Mazda announcing that wonderful new Vision Evo. I wonder why in real life they didn't just, and somebody has just had an officer, one of our front runners. No, I think, yeah. It's going to take you a while to get used to these cars, these bloody Group 3 cars. And I think it was, let's just go back. We do have that capability. Let's see. Don't want to show this out as anything bad. Just want to show you what happens. I think curb. Yeah, the fuel spooner up. Oh. And as we see, difficult to recover from. And that's the unfortunate thing now. Is they're going to... Look at Leon's tire wear here. Like I said as well, there is a yellow flag, but at least I don't think these guys are close enough to have had a chance for an overtake as Leon follows Laker and does a 360, luckily ending back on the tire. I wanted to praise him now and say, you know, it is a big risk going out on tires like this with a very deadly section up ahead, and I think what he's going to do now is, that is a little bit painful to watch, ladies and gentlemen, but he's nearly there. Just the most dangerous section in all of Gran Turismo to come, with no left rear tire. Okay, yes. Yeah, and there's also a trick, ladies and gentlemen. If your car's starting to spin, shift up. It's not always going to work, especially with the new physics as well. But my advice, shift up, leave the throttle, apply the throttle. You see there, 50%, then 80. You know, it feels like something which was an old trick of a street races, double clutching, but double clutch with your throttle. Throttle control is now a massive part of the game, and I'm just saying it worked for me. Throttle control helps a lot, especially now with the danger of the curbs. So take that in consideration as we see Francois back in front, my friend. I am going to look at somebody else. So if something happens, it's not going to be my curse again. But fantastic racing. What is this? Wow, dis die BMW wat so mooi. Ek wil sê wat's 'n V8 hoor ek hierso. A twin turbo V8, and that is also, I think the previous physics had something they were punishing towards the turbocharged cars, is what I feel personally. And we can hear now these cars, and we can also as well see much better on acceleration, much better in terms of its handling out of corners, and I think it's because now they're punishing the layout of the cars. You know, I wonder if this game was not made by somebody who loves BDSM, because there must always be punishment involved. But there goes Brooks, he's in. You can't go another lap. That fuel is klaar, Papa. But 9 laps now, I think you can change. You can make the decision. I'd stay on mediums. I'm just one of those guys. You know, I do it totally wrong, and I am a driver who's more safe than sorry, and it costs me as well, especially on aggressive type of tracks where strategy is very important in terms of the speed you maintain. And I more take it, you know, I go for less fuel, run my tank down, then change from the harder compound to the softer compound, take as many laps of the harder compound as possible, whilst trying not to lose too much time, because in the end, doing that extra 1 or 2 laps on, let's say, broken mediums or broken hard tires, even though you're still doing it and now you are kind of in front of everybody because of the offset, then what happens is you lose so much time whilst the other guys are on the softer compound. But then also, if you time it correctly and you go, for example, now 12 laps in, let's see what happened here. Okay, so Rudolph is going for his second stop, I believe, and then his last stint on these tires, which I'd say go one more lap, but we're going to have to see what he decides, because I don't have a clue. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm watching this for the first time with you, and this time I'm not going to mention my name. I'm just going to say you're pretty used to the voice channel, and maybe in future, yeah, there we go, we're back into the pits, and I think it's a medium stint now. I do believe it should be. And these guys are doing... Ooh. It's actually going to be interesting what Jimmy does here. And I think the strategy offset is what caused the chaos in the end with the standings. With people being unbelievably fast in the other lobbies. Not in mine on Friday. Like the winner of the lobby said, we were talking about too many things that day. But you know, if you tune in to me, that's why I avoid party chat, so I don't destroy people's ears and I have to pay them out for medical costs. So, but yeah, you guys know me on the party chat. I am quiet because for me personally, I'm talking a lot about myself. But die ander kant van skinde. I'm a type of guy who approaches races as well. If we go into races, I try and avoid party chats actually, because I've got a much better, I don't know, I don't have all the attention to be able to do multitasking as most people do. I applaud the guys who can sit and talk with an audience of 500 or 600 people and wappa while you're busy winning the race. I'm a guy who goes into yen state, or yen, a type of a Yoda state or whatever you call it, where you just quiet everything down, you just focus on you and the road and make a mistake mathematically with your calculations for pit stops and stuff. That is where doing live videos and stuff also helps. But yeah, let us carry on. You see Sliver also is improving, but do you remember as well, like you said, they are racing against the other two lobbies who've already raced. It's fantastic to me that we've now got the fortunate opportunity basically to have 3 different lobbies, and we're going to see how it works out for our next series, which will be, as we mentioned, and I'm going to mention it again, a Poikikos and Mengomus of different type of races. We're going to try and have the guys show off their personalities as well. I know it's not easy to do in a series, but for example this series now, I think you guys got to see what I like to do and how I approach series. This was more for training for daily races, which I hoped it helped, because there's no big settings and stuff to do. But the previous series, for example, the touring cars, you have to be able to know how to tune. You have to then also know how to well, it is tuning, but there are some tricks to it. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see with one of these series, hopefully, that's coming after this one, as we are on the near penultimate round, and next round is looking to be something very, very nice. 1 hour endurance, 2 lobbies, and that's all. Maybe there's going to be 3 lobbies, but we're going to just approach it with dynamic weather. And I know both lobbies are now going to have different weather, but we're going to approach it as it is, as in real life racing. If you go to a rally track, you're the first runner and it's raining. The last runner, which runs in the afternoon, sunshine. So his time is 20 minutes faster. Next race, something else happens, and not next stage basically, and you have to adapt to, let's say that guy has now got wet weather and you've got dry weather. Lekker. There you make up your time. So it is variable, but we're gonna have to see. There's no other way in which to test the new update basically than to throw in curveballs and stuff like that and see what it brings for us. It's like a lottery. Motorsport mostly is like a lottery. Yes, you get golden Powerballs and stuff that you can play, but overall, it depends on what happens on the day. As we saw, let's not talk about this week in sports, ladies and gentlemen. Maxi, the final Dutch Grand Prix, and what happens? A bloody car explodes there against the wall. Anyway, at least Landon Norris got something back. As a world champion, he's got 1 win or 2, I think. He's actually back. McLaren just, they're doing the Red Bull trick of not being on it, but being capable of being on it when you don't expect them to be. And, well, that is motorsports, like you said, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if there's any cars actually fighting, because I see up ahead, Leon and Jonathan are having a lekker battle here. Let's see. Isolation on the nation. Will this member last? Why is the car going so slow? Whoa! Dev Chicane has just caught somebody, and who's behind her? Space base coming through. Let's see. Did he? Yes. Well, that is a good strategy. I'd say as well, I did say it, you go as long as you can on your first set of mediums, and then the next stint you do with less fuel, and you're going to be faster, even if it's on the same compound, which I did, and which didn't really work out. But being the only Bentley in this race, I see nobody made a mistake of also going with this is a Hyundai Genesis, and then there's a Genesis X. And it's actually a nice car if you think about it. It's got, I think this car's power plant a 3.8 V6, but this is a naturally aspirated one. That Genesis has got twin turbos, and it actually doesn't matter because at the moment NA cars still, I believe, are the better handling cars out of supercharged cars as well. Supercharged cars, obviously, the acceleration, fantastic, the best in the game nearly. And then turbocharged cars, top speed-wise, decent. And like we see with this BMW, because it has the twin turbo, I think this is actually supposed to be the best balanced car. But let's get in the M4 and we see what it can do. And we remove BOP and we see. I think, like we discussed, Watkins Glen is going to be a BOP-free event in Group 3 cars. You do maybe an endurance or set laps, whatever, but it will be a longer race, as that will also be a double point scoring race. One race we do it and it's clear. Not going to mix classes. We can, because at the moment maybe we can include Group 2 cars there. That's also nice track for Group 2 cars. But Group 4 is there, and it's unfortunate. There's always a meta car, and a Citroen as well. Citroen. We forgot about a beautiful Citroen GT, and now because it's an MR car, it is Shukaka. But let's see if there's any action. Francois making up a lot for the last race, and I mean the last couple of races, not the best of luck. And I don't know why I must say it while it goes through the depth chicane, because we know also what my voice does when he hears it. Oh yes, yeah, bucks him some off the cut up. But just look at this, Hippie War Chief, what a recovery drive now. He did a long stint there on the mediums, like we said. Still 4 laps to... Ooh, we can be glad it's not championship damage. We did a test here and I hit the walls there, and immediately it's front aero damage. And then you come around, it takes more than a lap for it to fix itself, so they call it medium damage now, I do believe. And coming around the next lap, do you know what the danger is? And the danger is if you go through the depth chicane with any bit of aerodynamic damage, especially the front, which determines how you're going to fling through there and flick it through. And with front damage, man, I was suffering. I hit the wall straight. And then you have gearbox damage, engine damage, fucking rim damage and other damage. And that takes 2 laps out of a 5-lap race. So that was 3 laps screwed, and then the next lap, the moment it recovered, now we've got speed again. All of a sudden, we got speed through the depth chicane. So I'm thinking this race, if ever somebody with a major league is going to do it, and it's, man, make this the final, because you're going to have the most action you can ever see, especially with a championship damage. And I don't know, maybe these Group 3 cars. And once again, my opinion, it feels like these cars are way slow. It just feels that way. I don't know. I haven't really done an acid test, and so okay, top speed is low or whatever. I don't know. Yes, like om nou gefling die Leon Watt, the Gladdy drive. But the Porsche here, because of its MR layout, it's not rear engine, this one. The older one, the 2017 one, it's totally, but this one, it is rear engine if we look at it traditionally, but I think the engine is right where the rear axle is, so it doesn't start at the end of the axle. It's hanging over a little bit, but it doesn't put all of its weight on the rear of the car like an RR car. My technical knowledge is also not the best, but let's see if a Porsche is going to catch a Ford. still a little distance, but here in front, is that? No, it's not Jimmy. Who's following you here, Francois? Kom ek kyk bietjie agter. Who are this? Is that Sliver coming in? That's one of your Yandai, or one of your fellow teammates, hè? Jy maak julle nou 'n pact hier so om mekaar hier deur te trek, or is it just, ja, hy wil verleer en oh yeah, man, that was well done. Kom ons kyk die Porsche met sy flippin losgaan. And I don't think it is the, what is going on here, Sliver? Sliver, I also see, there, let's just make sure of it. Yes, there we go, my friend. I'm going to give this advice to you as well. Put off that assist. You can use traction control, but any sort of counter steering assist or that triangle assist thing, it affects the car adversely. Let me show you why. Look, when the red goes on, and fuck, when I go over your wheelbase, it doesn't show as clearly here if you put on, but you see, in a straight line, why is that counter steering thing going on? What is it countering? You understand? I do say, like, to me it feels like you're doing extra work, but I need to try to understand. I hope you're not in, whoa, automatic driving mode, what do you call it, in press start and RA, the car's out. But that is a good way to get through that chicane safely, I'm just saying. Dat ek dan nie vir my mense ook slap te trek. Is that thing lit up? I didn't even notice it. Yo, Sliver, jy wys my goed dat ek nie weet van die kar nie. That is so cool. Whoa, man. This game actually is amazing. But what we're looking at, let's see in the steering wheel we can maybe see. Okay, you're driving straight, eh? No, controller or wheel, it doesn't matter. Why? You see there? It just counted. Oh, fuck, Jimmy het klaar gemaakt. Well done, Jimmy. Sorry, my friend. Oh, my plugs. We missed the end, but you see, I propose you take it off. I'm also no expert. I'm an ex-horse, you know. So, well done, Francois, man. Sorry. Fuck, you recovered at least. And for a Ford driver, you weet, man, this makes me so proud. And a Frenchman, a half Frenchman, in a Ford. Fuck, hulle moes vir baie geld gegee het, but well driven. It's also an MR car, like I said, and it feels to me the FR cars, did I even say it? The FR cars are getting the advantage. Porsche, unfortunately, your reign is continuing, which is a good thing to some guys. Jonathan, well done. Leon, well done. You come by something wrong with the game as well, but Sliver, my friend, I want to learn you. I want to learn you. I want to teach you. Maybe take off that counter thingamajig. Let's see. Straight line. Okay, nou gaan niks gebeur nie. Want ons fucking kyk. Ja, daar. You see it? Did you see what happened? Okay. Okay. Here we go, okay? It is supposed to help in corners, eh? On, you see what happens with your steering wheel. Now you're turning, die donors so they gaan aan dead overturns. Now you have to adjust here as well. I think I'm right about this. I could be totally fucked around. But the guy who's now just behind you doesn't use it anymore. And I think he made Barry R, or it was his tires that didn't hold. But it's still going to be interesting. Now we have to put all of the three lobbies results together and see who placed where. Ladies and gentlemen, the final lap of a final race. I can still cover mine as well on Friday night, and perhaps I will, but not today. I'm going to get off and do some things because we have to. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Next weekend is sure to be something spectacular, I do believe, and prepare your cars, prepare those beautiful liveries you guys always do. And I'm also going to take something different. I took the Porsche last time. I'm going to look towards something much different now, but enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed the racing as well, because that is also the big thing. And if you didn't, well, we learned a lot this weekend, especially after an update with a big physics change like this. This is the first time really in a year, or is it a year and a half, that the physics have changed, and everybody was just used to the physics, and the way you drive, the braking has changed. The tires luckily didn't change. Last time out, the tires changed from you have to change at 50 or 60% tire wear, and there was a variance in how they used to go down, but let's talk about that another time. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. We'll see you next time.